Hello and welcome. This is FIDE Master Vedant Goswami. Today we are going to see a very interesting game uh, from 16th century. So this is essentially known as the Greco Analysis, and Greco was the first chess player to analyze and record the games of chess. And we'll see and learn a very interesting lesson from one of his analysis. So let us start with the game. So e4, e5, and f4. Greco starts with the king's gambit, and black responds with d5, which is nowadays known as the Alabin counter gambit. Of course, the theory in 16th century was not as well developed. So basically, what we see and learn from the games and this analysis is what are the typical mistakes which can be made by one of the participants and how best to exploit them. So white had captured it. And already black is doing the first mistake, queen into d5, because it is allowing white to develop the knight with the tempo. Now, this can be pretty bad for the defending party because your opponent, and in this case, white, is getting to develop your pieces while you're not getting the opportunity to do the same because you have to move and protect the same piece. Okay, so black chooses queen e6, and now it is very interesting. The uh, very common pattern, if you see, black has lined up his queen and king in the same line. So seeing that and trying to exploit it, white plays the very interesting nf3. He's ready to walk into a check while also losing a pawn, and we'll see what is the idea of that. And here, if I show this position to most of the participants or the students, they will play queen e2 and knight e2 and maybe bishop e2. But the concept that Greco wanted to demonstrate is totally different. He plays the brilliant king f2. It looks like a big concession because we have lost a pawn and then we had to move the king to uh, go away from the check. But his idea is that he wants to exploit the lined up pieces on the e file, the queen and the king, and he's freeing up the e1 square to make that happen. So we'll see. And black plays bishop c5, which is a very natural move. Almost all the students which I show this position to play this move by default. It looks like a very powerful move. It almost looks like checkmate, but nobody takes in care the response d4, which is a counter-attacking move. It blocks the check, attacks the bishop at the same time, and uh, again gives the initiative to white. So black protects the bishop, and now bishop b5. Now it's a almost winning position for white because the king is in a check, the rook e1 is coming over, which will create a pin, and black will at minimum end up losing the queen. So to avoid that, black plays king f8, and white continues with rook e1. Black plays queen f5, and rook e8 is a checkmate. So this is a theme which is still very, very relevant today, and hundreds of games today played by beginners are lost by the same method, by lining up their pieces on the e file, allowing white to attack with the rook. So this is a very instructive example. uh, as black also you have to keep this in mind, as white also you have to keep that in mind. So a very beautiful concept demonstrated by Greco in the 16th century. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and subscribe to the channel for upcoming lessons. Thank you so much.